what's up? It's Yanni. Got some more comics to share with you. Sorry I've been so far in between videos, but I'm going to try and do ones in the future here. Maybe not wait so long and just do shorter videos. So maybe that'll work out better for everybody anyway. So what I got up first here are some convention exclusives from the Emerald City Comic Con. I want to shout out some of the great people I've met online through this comics, through YouTube and through chat boards and whatnot. These I got from somebody who was able to go to the con. They mailed them to me, paid them straight up what they paid, so I appreciate that. We Can Never Go Home #1, which this cover does absolutely nothing for me, but the first issue got good reviews, so we'll see where it goes. And then I got the Gem and the Holograms, the Art Germ variant, which just a great cover. Art Germ does awesome stuff, so I'm glad to have that. Not so much the topic of the book, but hey, I think I paid about $15 each for these, so glad to have them because I wouldn't have had a chance to get them. I picked up some of the Bombshell variants for pretty cheap. Paid about $2 each for these. I love these Bombshell covers. I think they're starting to get a little bit more value. You can probably still find them fairly cheap. When they were released, I got some of the ones that I thought would be the more sought after, which was like the Harley Quinn, the Detective Comics, Poison Ivy. I think I had one of the Wonder Womans. This one I like a lot though too, the Superman Wonder Woman. You know, $2, $2.50 each. I think these are definitely still worth picking up. What I think is happening with these, or my thought on what to do with these DC variant of the month covers, they're probably going to take like 2 years if you want them to have any value to them more than cover price. But a lot of them have a couple cool covers, so I think they're worth picking up. They'll just take a little bit longer to get some value because they are one-to-one variants. But I think there's some potential there for them. Alright, this is a little a speculation book here. This is Animal Man #8, the first appearance of Mirror Master. And I believe it was at a comic convention where they had a panel with the actors and writers from the Flash TV show, and they were talking about new characters that they may have, and they said they were going to go back to some of the older fodder for Flash. One of them was Mirror Master that they mentioned. Nobody cast for it yet, but as far as I can tell, this is his first appearance, which is a fairly, you know, let's see, February '89, so it's a copper book. I wouldn't consider that old. And they also mentioned another character. I can't remember who it was, but I looked it up and he was, you know, a Golden Age character. So I picked this up pretty cheap from my comic shop, $3.65. You know, who knows? I'm thinking he'll be on the show. So, but like I said, they haven't cast anybody yet. Something to keep an eye out for. All right, these are from a local shop that I go to. Usually I'm able to find some good stuff. I don't go too often. Got a Batman 655, what I'm calling the first comic book appearance of Damian Wayne. You know, he's probably what's probably his true first appearance is Batman, Son of the Demon one-shot. This is his first, you know, in Batman's story arc continuity, I guess you could say. So, I mean, it's still a good book. $5, can't pass that up. Ninja Turtles. I usually get these ones under 10 when I get them for fairly cheap. This was $6. This is #5. Pretty cool cover, splinter cover. I think that's a good deal. Was super happy to get this guy. Defenders #26. One I'd had on my list for a little while because it has the Guardians of the Galaxy. And this, if you see the characters here, now they have the new Guardians 3000 series. It's mostly these characters. Yondu, some of the other guys, what is it, Captain Universe or something like that? I forget what his name is. But this is a good book, and I'll show you some other ones in this run that I got from a different shop, but I was really happy to get that for $5. Probably a VF. Picked one of these up finally, Inhuman, the Noto variant, number 12, super awesome Medusa cover. He gave me a deal on that, and that ended up being $5. Here's a couple speculation books that you may not know about. I don't know how you would even say this. AME Kami Girls. AME Kami Girls. These are like reiterations of some of the popular characters. So, first one, this is the first series. If you're going to pick these up, make sure you get the first series. And I only paid $1 for these. Wonder Woman, Batgirl, and then this one I had seen online a couple places, people talking about the cosplay for Duella Dent, who's on the cover there, like a steampunk Duella Dent, first kind of appearance, which is a pretty cool book. These aren't doing a whole lot, but if you get a lot of them like that cheap, you can, you'll get your money's worth. I had to pick these up. Howard 12 and 13, first cameo and full appearance of Kiss in the comic book. And 12 was in really nice shape. Was really happy to get that one for $12. Probably a VF. Maybe a VF minus. Got a couple spine ticks. It's got a little tear up there maybe. But the insides are really nice. And then 13, I paid $6 for that, but it's because it has a big rip on it right here. Otherwise, pretty nice book. I'll open. Let's take a look at these crazy rock band guys in the comic book here, and I'll show you at least what the insides look pretty nice. But this is a pretty cool splash page. Actually, this one this splash I don't think is even as good as the last page of 12. That one's even better, but that's the only panel they're in 12, I believe. So I got the two of those for $18. Can't really beat that for what the material is. Happy to have those. And I was really happy to find one of my modern grails for a very affordable price. Ended up getting this for $25. This is the Mighty Avengers number 3 M&M variant. And this came out when he released an album, and the cover to his album is very similar to this imagery, and then this just has Iron Man added. I just think it's a pretty cool book, and remember when it came out it was selling for $75 to $100. It's around there now for near mint. This thing's definitely near mint. It probably is closer to around $50 now for a raw near mint. I've almost pulled the trigger on it a couple times around $60, $75. But I was super happy, and this goes to show you, if you wait on stuff like this, sometimes you get lucky and find it. $25 for that. Super happy to have that one. All right, I got a couple books online here. Defenders number 28. So first full appearance of Starhawk. I paid $11 for that. It's probably about a fine copy. They're starting to talk a little bit more about the next Guardians movie, and they're saying it's really going to focus on his father, who they have not said who that is yet. I'm kind of leaning towards Starhawk, or at this point. I'm thinking that's who it is, but who knows. James Gunn is a wild card, and he acts like he doesn't know what's going on a lot of times, but there's already people that know who it is, so who knows what's going on. Black Lightning. I paid $1.50 for this. It's probably like a fine copy. And I'm seeing this jump up a little bit, Black Lightning number 1. Partially because, one, it's just an older book. It features an early feature of a black superhero or super character. Now it says right up there, superhero. Much like in the same vein as Black Goliath, who's starting to get a little bit more attention. Now Black Goliath is getting it because of Civil War, and Black Lightning has been kind of rumored in some articles as possibly being a character or getting a spin-off of a TV show, I believe. So no, nothing solid on that yet, but it's a good book to have just because of it being an older #1 at this point, 30-cent cover price. I mean, I got this for $1.50. I couldn't believe it was that cheap still. So really happy to have that one. All right, here's another hot book, which I would definitely recommend getting. All new Marvel Now .1. Make sure you get the all new Marvel Now .1, not just Marvel Now .1. That's a different comic. You gotta get the all new. This has what is really the first Kamala Khan in the Miss Marvel costume in a story. Now, I believe this came out in between. Well, this might have came out after Captain Marvel 17, maybe, which the second print is when you see her in costume on the cover. So I think this came out in between Captain Marvel 17 and the new Miss Marvel #1, which has her as the main character, obviously. But it's starting to get a little recognition. I ended up paying about $5.50 for it, which the cover price on this thing was actually $5.99. I don't know why you'd buy this thing for $6. It's a bunch of previews of new comics. They should give that thing away. Here's another kind of interesting spec. Astro Boy #1 from Now Comics. Now, I believe this is the first ongoing series for Astro Boy. They are in production or making an Astro Boy movie. I believe it's probably going to be animated. I think it's going to come out next year. I'm not positive. I haven't done too much research on it. But other than this, his only comic appearance before this, I believe, is like an old Gold Key, which the cover on it is amazing. I would love to have that book for my collection. Very tough to find, and even a low-grade copy is going to run you, close to $100. So this is the next best thing, I guess. I ended up getting this thing for free because it was in a quarter box at the store. This was one of my local shops, by the way. So this was in a quarter box, and he said, you can have it. So I'd pick that up if you can find it for $1. I got a Secret Origins #4, the Harley Quinn one. I passed on this when it came out, but this is like a VF. And I got it, got it for $2.50, I think, because it's got like a, you can't really see it, but I didn't realize until I took it out. It's got like a roll here, like it was stored improperly or something. It could be flattened probably pretty easily. I also got a Defenders 27. So if you'll notice in this video, I got 26, 27, and 28, all Guardians of the Galaxy inspired books. And this is a fair copy. Alright, I also got a Deadpool 17 for $4.50. This, I believe, is the first cover appearance for Ajax, who is going to be in the Deadpool movie. Now, he appears in Deadpool 14 through 17, but they're very brief appearances in all of them. I believe only 1 or 2 panels, maybe, or 1 page. And this is kind of his first full story. So I think this is the one to have. 14 is obviously his first like cameo, so that's kind of what people are looking at right now. But I would definitely pick this one up as well, especially because he's on the cover. Daredevil 170, which has seen a little bit of attention because of the Kingpin tie-in, Kingpin cover, in regards to the Netflix series, which I started watching that. Pretty cool series. So $270 for that. I'll take that. I got a copy of Champions #1 for $2.25. It was graded a fair. Cover's attached. I don't have a Champions #1. Definitely picking that up. Captain Marvel #16. Now this is another Guardians of the Galaxy spec that I think has. Captain Marvel #16. First appearance of Phyla Vell, who later becomes Quasar. And I happen to have that sitting right here, actually. Annihilation Conquest Quasar. First appearance of Phyla Vell as Quasar. This is her on the cover. I really think she's got a good chance at being in the next Guardians movie, or in the Marvel Cinematic Universe somewhere. My picks that haven't been announced yet for maybe Guardians of the Galaxy are Phyla-Vell Quasar. Who else do I got? Moondragon. Mantis has pretty much been announced, and I'm still putting money on this guy like I showed you earlier, Starhawk. So be on the lookout for any of those. Oh, pick this up real cheap, real cheap, $10. And I think he had it graded as a fair. You know, it's again, it's another book that the cover's attached. Don't own a copy of it, so I'm really happy to get that. Actually, I think it ended up being about $9 after a little discount. And then I got a super sharp copy of number 18, which is the first time that Carol Danvers gets the powers of Captain Marvel. And let's see, that was about $12.50. I just want to show you kind of how this shop grades. So this was listed as a fine / very fine. I mean, the corners are pretty sharp. They're not rounded. I don't see any spine stressing. No color breaking spine stressing, at least. Back is kind of off-white. Again, no creasing. It was a little bit right here, a little nick. The insides, probably off-white pages. White, off-white. I mean, this is, like I said, I think he had it fine, very fine. I would say this is an easy, very fine. Look at that gloss on that. It's got nice color. I'd say that's an easy, very fine. So I like going to the shop because I feel like he undergrades compared to what I would, and that makes for better pricing. Alright, a few more books. I had to pick some of these Batman Endgame up, real hot right now, obviously. I got 38 and 39 for about $3.50 each, and then I got the annual, which is annual number 3 for about $4.50. So I got them all less than cover price, so I was really happy to get that. And finally, I picked this up on pre-order. This book the cover on this thing is amazing. The Convergence number 0 Adam Hughes variant. What's interesting about this, it's ended up paying $50 on pre-order. What's interesting about DC, these high price variants, they do them with like a nice gloss cover, and Marvel still does it with like the regular crappy stock that they use on every other comic book, and then they charge you $100 on pre-order for them. So DC typically does things the right way. Marvel, just give me the cash and get out kind of thing. But alright, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll have something soon for the free comic book day haul, and keep trolling those dollar boxes. Thanks for watching.